weekly breakdown.
Is it? I think it is, yeah.
Well, I think it is.
29.
29.
Woo!
Yeah. So we got some Baja Blast.
Yeah.
Right here. I want to apologize for last week's. I think it didn't render right. And so the audio is off from where our fucking mouths are.
There's
It's
a couple
really
times
weird.
that's happened in past ones, yeah.
So yeah, I'll make sure it's fixed. I'll just figure it out.
Well, we can only figure this out when you tell us, so thank you, random user who told us that the audio is off.
Yeah.
Thanks.
Keith.
Yeah.
You bought an Xbox One.
I did. I got it.
And you sat there for forever waiting for the Master Chief Collection to download.
And it didn't. I got to talk to you and Frank, though. I mean, I had that going for me. I got to live vicariously by listening to you guys going on about how your gameplay experience is.
I saw you guys were having some issues with hearing each other and all that shit.
Keith doesn't know what prongs and holes are, Frank.
I didn't fucking know how to work a fucking... I don't know basic... I can't put the circle in the circle hole.
Oh,
yeah.
Yeah.
I'm trying to put a square peg in a round hole.
Exactly, that's what was happening.
Yeah. Anyways, we're going to be talking about some video games and some shit.
Sweetness.
What do we always talk about? Let's talk about Gears of War. So Gears of War is going to be coming to the Xbox One. Might just be the first game. Apparently, it basically leaked, and some people have got beta access. It's like private, low-key shit to test multiplayer. And basically, it also came out that Splash Damage, the people that made the game, Brink, is developing this. There's redone visuals and animations. The animations are all being done by a studio called Plastic Box, I believe. So I'd imagine they would maybe be as high quality as the Halo Master Chief Collection ones, which would be sweet. So, how do you guys feel about this?
I mean, I want to see more... Sorry, I was looking at something because I pulled up IGN. I want to see more about this. I want to play Gears. But I don't know if you can just do Gears 1. Gears 1's a great game, but I mean, to me, my personal favorite Gears is Gears 3. And so then, to not bring that one out when you're going to introduce a new installment, especially because that is the most recent installment, I don't know, that just doesn't make sense to me.
Yeah. I mean, I've heard of Plastic Box before in terms of other studios, and working with other studios, and I know they do good stuff. I know that Brink, which was Splash Damage, right? That did Brink?
Yeah.
Brink didn't do all that well.
Apparently, Brink had really great ideas they weren't
executing. The concepts behind Brink were great. It just didn't execute, and it didn't visually look all that great either.
Yeah, it was basically like Titanfall with the free running before that. And
the free running just kind of didn't work. It wasn't all that pretty to look at, and just had a whole bunch of other issues.
This, too, has not been confirmed by Microsoft or Phil Spencer or anything, or Black Tusk. And Black Tusk is working on the new Gears of War game. I just think it's cool that they're not handling this game. But I just feel you can't just do the first game. You can't put out Gears of War remastered this fall, charge $40, $50, $60. The next year, put 2, charge people. You have to do them all at once. And 2, while Gears of War, which this blew my mind when I really thought about it, next year it will be 10 years old, which makes me feel old.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, I mean,
but
now that I sit down and think about it, I was about 14, 15 years old when I sat down and played Gears for the first time.
And but Gears of War, the original, while it was a fantastic game, compared to 2 and 3, it's the most anemic in terms of just, there's no horde mode, the multiplayer got way bigger.
I could see maybe if they were doing a lot, maybe finding a way to add that kind of stuff in, maybe.
But honestly, if you're going to remaster any of them, do 3. 3, in my opinion,
I feel like you have to do all of them. I mean, that's just me.
Or do all of them.
I feel like you have to do all of them. I think shorting any... I mean, each installment of the series is good in its own right. I mean, Gears 1 probably has the best multiplayer maps in general. like of all of them.
Yeah.
Gears 2, I think the story of Gears 2 is really, really good.
Yeah.
It's really dark,
Multiplayer
and
was
then
meh.
3 is just all around just really good. So it's like you can't just do 1 because you're not getting a picture of the whole story. Like imagine, I'm trying to think, like if earlier or last year they only brought Halo 2 Anniversary, and that was it. It's like, here, this is your setup you get for Halo 5, and that's it. You don't like no 4, no 3, no 1.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. If we don't know anything about the next Gears of War, but if it somehow ties back to the trilogy with those characters and everything, this is the best way to get people caught up or refreshed.
Or even just introduce them if they've never experienced any of the Gears story before.
Yeah, I just feel you have to do all 3. And while I'm excited, it was kind of inevitable that they would bring it over to the Xbox One. And yes, it's another remaster, but I haven't played Gears of War in such a long time.
They're good Gears of War.
And the first Gears of War is really old.
Yeah.
So, and 2, I don't know. I feel that a lot of people don't like Gears of War for some reason.
I think it might be the overly macho, overly bro.
It could be. I adore this franchise.
That's part of it.
But yeah, it's part of what Gears is.
And I would argue with you that it is the most important franchise of last generation. I think there's several things that Gears of War in Gears of War 2
it solidified
did,
the 360 in like console.
But it changed a lot of things. It changed the cover-based shooter. When the first Gears of War came out, you were like, this is next gen visually. It was the most mind-blowing fucking thing. It had new mechanics to it. Then they put Gears of War 2 out, and they added Horde mode. And then every fucking game in the world had Horde mode. So it's like,
I think
this franchise was important. This franchise was also important to the Xbox 360 because Halo 3 didn't come out till 2007, so what the fuck did they have? Then they had this another juggernaut franchise.
I think Gears was for the 360 what Halo was for the original Xbox. It was that franchise that just cemented its place in the console war.
So, man, this is exciting. And if it comes out this fall, that's just another
awesome Xbox
cool
game that's
thing.
coming out.
Yeah.
And look at how well something like the Master Chief Collection did. You can't tell me you can't sit down, take the extra year or so to remaster Gears 2 and 3 and put it out as a collection like the Master Chief Collection.
Exactly. And make sure your multiplayer works.
And make sure the multiplayer works. Yeah. Make sure everything
Master
works.
Chief Collection works fucking flawlessly now.
But it just took 6 months.
Yeah.
So exactly. So cool stuff. Let's move on to Call of Duty. Call of Duty Black Ops 3. We talked about that like 2-3 weeks ago. A whole bunch of stuff came out about it. Apparently, it will be releasing November 6th on the PlayStation 4, Xbox One, and PC. So no PS3 or 360. It will have a 4-player co-op campaign, which is like a first for the franchise. And the campaign will be designed to have arena-style play with replayability, and there will be character progression, all kinds of stuff. There will be a brand new narrative for the Zombies mode, plus they're adding a progression system to it. There's going to be a new movement system in the multiplayer that they're saying is momentum-based, which to me, and I'll pull up the actual details on that because that one's a little tricky. To me, it sounds like they're keeping the whole exosuit type thing. And also, there's going to be like new rankings for your character to rank up specific parts of it. Let me just pull that up because I have it right here just for the multiplayer portion.
I mean, it seems good that they're kind of trying to do something new in the Call of Duty franchise and bring something fresh to it.
Really quick, let me just finish off this multiplayer stuff. So it says, this is from a leaked ad stuff that got out. Which this game 2 is being officially revealed tomorrow, April 26th. So, anyways, it says the new movement system. With Black Ops 3 Treyarch premieres a new momentum-based chained movement system, allowing players to fluidly move through the environment with finesse using controlled thrust jumps, slides, and mantling abilities. in a multitude of combinations, all while maintaining complete control over your weapon at all times. And then they get into tailored map design, which is like no shit.
Yeah.
And then the specialist characters. Black Ops 3 multiplayer will also introduce the new specialist character system, which allows players to rank up and master each specific character's battle-hardened capabilities and weapons. With this addition to the traditional to the traditional XP system and weapons XP progression systems, Black Ops 3 multiplayer gives players 3 ways to rank up.
Ooh.
So let's unpack this shit.
I'm interested in the momentum-based system because
Yeah.
that makes me wonder. To me, that screams less because when you look at Advanced Warfare is very vertical
Yes.
in a lot of ways, where there's always a higher level and it's a little bit more, I would say, almost like Halo-like in how the heights play.
I can see that.
A little bit of a different,
Yeah.
more of a role. Whereas this, I see this again playing to probably what Call of Duty's strongest suit is, and it's one of the reasons again why I don't think I do as good in it, and it's the fact that it's the run and gun style, which I can kind of see that. They're basically making a system that rewards you for moving and just not moving, which makes sense. No, I'm behind, but the other thing with the extra ranking system, that's interesting. I mean, that's just a new thing to try out. I mean, sure, why not?
Yeah. Do you think it'll be something sort of? I'm trying to think of what games have tried to implement, sort of like the parkour system, like Dying Light has, or a little more, or like something like Brink tried to bring into the table. With the sort of more flatland, vaulting sort of.
I could see that. I could see it being a lot like
instead of the verticality that Advanced Warfare has.
Advanced Warfare has great movement, but it's not like. I would argue that Titanfall's movement is a hell of a lot. That's more fluid. So I would imagine it'd be going something like that.
But I mean, at least by that description, I don't see again the main thing that's with Titanfall's movement is the wall running and stuff like that. I could see maybe like you're saying it's more about vaulting over objects, whereas maybe in the sense in most Call of Duties, you vault over an object.
Yeah.
Oh, you have to put your gun down for a little bit, and it does the fucking animation where you grab up and you go over. But then if you use this momentum system, you can just kind of keep going over top of it. It's like, so again, I don't know, it could be interesting. I guess we'll have to wait till tomorrow, but I mean, I want to see more about it, because I'm always skeptical anymore when it comes to Call of Duty. It's like, I've just been conditioned for that,
Yep. Mm-hmm.
You have any thoughts on this? Any of this stuff?
I'm not gonna play Call of Duty.
You gotta get ready for that Call of Duty. Gotta get ready.
Just gotta get my drug and just...
None of this stuff seems mind-blowing.
No.
They should rename the games in the way that Fast and Furious franchise has. Like
just Call of
Duty, two Duty, and then like Call of Duty Tokyo Drift.
Call Duty.
And then just Call,
and
then just like Duty 5. Just mix up the names.
Yeah. That's
cool.
I do like the zombies leveling up system. I've been asking for something like that. Literally since Black Ops 1.
Have you been asking?
That's gonna be
I have.
Maybe they actually heard you.
Maybe.
That's probably the one thing I'm really actually excited for.
like I said, it's not mind-blowing, just adding a progression system, but it's just something that's
nice.
Wait, Call of Duty isn't mind-blowing anymore? What happened in the
really.
world?
I mean, I would argue that maybe Advanced Warfare was not really mind-blowing, but mind-blowing for the franchise because it was just so different.
Yeah.
Somebody's trying something new. They kind of had to keep the whole jumping around verticality. It would be really awkward to go from playing Advanced Warfare down to playing something that's more traditional.
I would argue that there's a lot of a different kind of play style to every Call of Duty, at least in my personal opinion. Like I always felt a lot more tactical playing Treyarch-based Call of Duties, but then whereas, especially with just like map designs and things like that, whereas like Infinity Ward Call of Duties, I always, ran around and got shot a lot.
Has there been anything from the Infinity Ward?
I mean, they did not yet. I mean, Ghost 2, but you have to wait till next year for that.
Okay. I'm just saying,
yeah, most likely.
The way that story
Phantom.
keep it going.
Call of Duty, Phantom.
Spectre.
I figured
The third
Yeah,
one
that's
is
a better one.
Spectre.
No, the next one's Spectre, and the last one's Phantom, and then they bring back the guy from the first game. And it's like,
I just figured it'd be
calling it-
like
He's an actual
Treyarch,
ghost.
Sledgehammer, Infinity Ward, Treyarch, Sledgehammer, Infinity Ward, Treyarch, Sledgehammer, Infinity
yeah,
Ward.
that's what it's gonna
That's
be.
how it goes.
That's good. That's how it's gonna be. I mean,
Yeah.
because
But
then
then
that
they-
way they
Sledgehammer
get 2
just
years.
had one. Now we're going back. Now we're going to Treyarch.
Yeah, we're going to Treyarch, and then we're going to Infinity.
Yeah,
Ward.
they went to a 3-year cycle.
Yeah.
So now it's-
And two, I would imagine now their main franchises are Black Ops, Advanced Warfare, and Ghost. But
This should be the last Black Ops one.
yeah, which makes you think it's Treyarch going to do something new after this one. I think
But
the
will it be the
4-player co-op campaign is something I've been asking for literally since the beginning of fucking Call of Duty.
I mean, World of
Since
Warcraft.
Modern Warfare blew up.
What happened to Modern Warfare? They're not continuing that anymore?
That
No.
ended
That ended.
pretty
They
much
did show it.
with Modern Warfare 3.
But like,
They should take a note of that and all the other games. Don't make
but like, yeah, the last one to do that was World of War, where you could do co-op campaign in World of War, and that was fun. I mean,
Yeah.
that was the first way that I played that. That was back before I had Xbox Live. Me and fucking Travis Schubert played the co-op of that game.
That's a misleading name. It should be World except Switzerland at war because
Yeah.
Switzerland doesn't do it.
Yeah. I mean, seems like some cool stuff.
Yeah.
The whole arena style play for a campaign, I
I
hope
don't
that
know.
doesn't work out as some stupid bullshit that you do, like a Judgment, Gears of War Judgment type
Oh,
thing.
God.
Oh
That'd be
no!
awful. Just keep it tradition, like people
Fucking
like
have
playing
the
Call
big-
of Duty campaigns
have-
just for the
yeah.
shits.
Have the fucking big over-the-top action sequence where you're running down a street and you're getting shot, and then a
Yeah.
tank shows up and you have to dive through a window. And then there's the sneak mission where inevitably somebody finds you and you have to hold still because you're pretending to be a dead body.
Yeah.
Gears of Duty.
Gears of Duty.
Gears of Duty.
Call of
So-
War.
And I also think
Call
it's
of War, Gears of
exciting that this is only coming out for the new system.
Oh yeah, that's completely amazing.
Yeah,
It's
it's,
like
I mean,
I think too, it's good that Call of Duty's going to be just dropping that support because now I feel even more consoles are going to get sold because the bro dude that's playing on Xbox 360 with
He'll be
his
like, fuck.
homies are like, fuck, now I got to upgrade.
And now he'll get a 1, and then he'll be like, and then he'll just be a bro. On
yeah,
a
all the
He'll turn his
racist 12-year-olds.
backwards hat forward
Yeah.
and move on to the next generation.
So, I mean, we'll see what happens with the reveal then. So anyways, moving on.
We will see what happens.
Yeah, we'll watch
That's
it.
that's called feeding off of each other to make
Yeah.
this video entertaining. That will happen. We will see.
We will tomorrow. You won't. Oh, maybe you will. I
Fucking
Unless you're, I don't know. Never mind.
don't care.
Fucking Squeenix have announced that they are having an E3 press conference June 16th, so that makes now
Do we have to-
6.
Do we have to
Seven.
do we have to do a
But if
Square
you
Enix
count
prediction
Nintendo,
now?
if you count Nintendo, that's 7.
There's Sony, Microsoft, Nintendo, Bethesda, Ubisoft, EA, Squeenix, yeah. That's right, so.
Yeah.
7.
So do we have to do a Squeenix of it prediction now?
I
Yeah,
don't know,
wow.
kind of fucked everything
we
up.
fucking we just got done filming that video. Fuck it. We'll just say
Fuck it, we'll do it live.
fuck it. We'll do it live.
Also,
Fucking thing sucks.
so theirs is on Tuesday,
Yeah.
So it's the same day as Nintendo.
and it's at the same time that Nintendo's usually is. It's at like 9 a.m.
but doesn't
West Coast.
Nintendo usually do theirs?
We could fuck it. Split it up. One person watches one. We just tell each other about it.
Doesn't Nintendo usually do theirs via direct though?
Yes,
Like-
but
like
it's
you
usually at the same.
Oh.
You
it's
can
usually
only,
at like
but
9
we. I
a.m.
mean, we guess we could watch Nintendo's afterwards.
Yeah, we can
I
always
mean,
watch
they're-
the
they're- I
direct
mean, they always
after.
have it immediately available. So
Yeah,
I don't see
I
that.
would rather watch Nintendo. They're
I
more
would rather
important.
watch Nintendo too. I mean, don't get me wrong. to me, the question is which side of Square Enix is going to show up to this? Is it the Japanese side that everybody wants to show up, or is it going to be the Western side?
I mean, the only thing I'm calling, I mean, this may be my prediction, which means we're getting definitive information on Final Fantasy 15. It's
Yeah.
happening. If they're pulling out like this, they has to. Otherwise, people
one
are gonna be
thing,
pissed.
one thing that I'm going to call right here. This is my number one bold prediction for Square Enix E3. Kingdom Hearts 3 is not going to show up at all.
Oh, probably.
No, I guarantee it won't.
I don't know. It's weird because when they weren't there, I was like, yeah, maybe they'll show something off. But then I've found out more information since then. Yeah, they're not.
That's what everybody wants to see, but it's not going to happen. Because it's Square Enix,
Yeah.
and two, Namir said, we're not seeing anything until D23. So,
Okay. Well,
Yeah.
that's...
So.
Well,
no-
we might not hear about Kingdom Hearts 3, but if the rumors are true and there's another remastered coming, then
I mean, that'd be cool.
then we might hear about that. I mean, I feel like they'd almost have to put something like that in at E3.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Especially if they're taking the time to do a press conference.
I mean, I think we'll definitely hear about Final Fantasy 15. We'll probably hear about another Final Fantasy game that won't come out for 10 more years. We'll probably...
Final
Fantasy
Fantasy
Online.
15-2.
Yeah,
Final
probably.
Fantasy. Well, what about that 10-3 rumor that was floating around? Final Fantasy 10-3.
Maybe. We'll probably hear about... They'll probably show off Deus Ex. I was going to
Yeah.
say Rise of the
Square
Tomb
Enix
Raider,
Deus
but
Ex.
that'll probably be at Microsoft.
Well, it could be of both. I mean...
It could be.
did-
They'll probably... I really feel that they're going to announce the new Hitman game.
Mm,
Did,
That's
like-
been
did they
developed.
do? They did Bravely Default, right? Didn't they? Or who did
Yes.
Bravely? So
Yes.
maybe Bravely second. I know that's been
Maybe.
hinted at. I mean, Square Enix had a lot of stuff that they could do. A lot of stuff that they would be smart.
We
for.
haven't had a Hitman title in a little since
There's
Absolution.
one that's been in development for a long time.
Yeah.
Since like 2013, so I feel like
Yeah,
they'll
'cause-
probably
'cause
show that off.
The last Hitman came out 2012, 2013, somewhere around there?
2012.
Yeah.
2012. So it's been 3 years. So
Yeah, so I mean, there's some stuff that they can announce. I don't think this is as big of a deal as like Bethesda, personally.
I guess because I feel like Bethesda, you hear like it's weird because Bethesda's so reserved. You know what I mean? You usually like you hear maybe at the most like 2 games.
And I feel like Bethesda.
I like at a time that are coming out from Bethesda, whereas like now it's like they have to fill an hour of games.
They'll probably come out like
They'll
at
just
the
stand there on top.
Fallout 4, and then they'll
Jerry
just stand there.
Seinfeld just stand up for like 40 minutes.
dude. If they got Jerry Seinfeld to host their thing, that'd be incredible. Because that dude that from Square Enix that came out the PlayStation experience, it was like Final Fantasy VII is coming to PS4, and it's just a PC version. It's not like an actual remake that everybody fucking wants. You know, hopefully that dude doesn't come out, but it wouldn't surprise me if they trolled it that way. Like Final Fantasy 6 or 8. It's the same shit you've played for fucking 15, 20 years now.
God damn it!
But here you go.
Don't piss me off.
They're actually going to put out the Final Fantasy. The Final Fantasy.
No, that's what they could call it. Like they could call it the Final Fantasy, and that could be the last. Because like Fast and Furious is the like Final Destination, the Final Destination was like the last movie in the series.
Do you play any Square Enix games?
I don't know. What games do they have?
They have
I
like
honestly don't know.
Kingdom Hearts, Final Fantasy, Hitman, Tomb Raider, Sleeping
Yeah,
Dogs.
I played the Tomb Raider one.
Did you play Bravely Default, or was it you? Somebody, I thought somebody here
It's
played.
not me.
No.
Don't make
I played the
insinuations.
demo.
Yeah, I played the demo, but that's it.
Okay.
What was the Hitman? I played one Hitman game on PS2. I couldn't get past the second level, but so I'm an expert.
Wait, which one was it?
Was it Blood Money?
it-
No, it wasn't.
no,
I played Blood Money and I couldn't get past
Was
it.
Contract?
I think it was the
Hitman
second
Contracts.
one.
Hitman
Maybe
Contracts.
Hitman 2.
Hitman.
It's like this one mission where you go to like
Silent
Russia and you have to go
Assassin.
around and these
Yeah,
like buildings
Silent
or
Assassin.
something.
Yeah.
I think that,
Yeah, I kept getting seen and then fucked up by everyone. And
yeah.
Okay, so I get fucked
Yeah.
up.
So, I really hope they show off the new Deus Ex though, because I've
That
never
was a
played
good
them,
one.
but that looks so.
And the
What
other
is
one in
it?
the game.
Deus Ex.
Deus Ex.
Deus Ex.
Deus?
Deus
Deus Ex.
space X.
Alright, well that's... I don't know, you need to come up with a new name.
Yeah.
Sounds like you kept saying Deus
It's
Ex. Like,
Deus-
I know that's not what it is, but that's
The
just...
full title was Deus Ex
Because
Machina.
the sequel is going to be
Deus
Night
Ex Machina.
Sex.
Deus Ex Machina, the God of the Machine.
Damn, I got a bunch of cuts in my hand.
Did you cut yourself or are you gonna punch a mirror now?
You robot.
Alright.
Telltale and Marvel, they're gonna be doing some shit together now.
Woo!
So
That's cool.
it's almost like how they have the license to make The Wolf Among Us and Game of Thrones and fucking
Ooh, Tales from
Walking
the Border.
Dead, like stuff like that. So
Minecraft.
How's that going to work, though? Aren't
Yeah, that's
Marvel, like, action, superhero, like, action? Am I going to have to, like, be
Yeah.
flying
So that's the
around
thing,
as
like,
Superman
even if you
or
look at,
whatever
like-
one he's for, and then, like, at mid-flight, as I'm chasing down these people, it, like, stops, alright, this is, like,
You have to
square,
make it-
triangle, circle.
Who are you? Who are you going to choose? Who are you going to save? Who are you
But
gonna-
it'll have to the bar will have to go down at like fucking light speed because he's Superman. Well, Superman's not Marvel.
Well,
whoever
X-Man.
Thor.
Or whoever X-Man is, I'm running around as X-Man, and I'm following someone, and I'm going to have to stop and, like, choose the thing. I don't know, I don't see how that works. Wolverine. That's what I meant. I didn't mean X-Men. I meant Wolverine. Whatever.
I
Screw
can see it
Consider
working.
yourself.
Just because, I mean, if you look at Tales from the Borderlands, I mean, it's Borderlands, but it's not.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's just the world. So also same thing with kind of The Walking Dead. It's
Just the world.
You-
Is it
you
going to
still
be in
kill
that
him
same like artistic style that they do a lot? That could
not-
be kind of.
Every Telltale
Nothing-
game has had a different style.
Nothing has came out about what this game will be. It's everybody's kind of assuming what it'll be because it's what Telltale does.
Yeah.
So I would assume that it has that cell shaded, cartoony looking style.
I'm actually
that
because
would fit Marvel.
this,
I
Yeah.
think,
this just brought up an idea. I wonder if it's just like I'm just wondering if they're basing it off the movies or the comics. Because if they're basing it off the movies, then we're not going to get matched past like we'll see all the people we see in the Marvel movies. Whereas if it's more the comics, then you could see Spider-Man
Thor,
tangling it up with
Iron Man,
Captain America, Iron Man.
all the ones that are in the movies.
Yeah, except all in the same place because
Solomon Grundy,
he's
That's
DC.
Thing, the Thing,
There you go.
whatever.
Yeah.
He comes out, he's jerking off, and sprays a bunch of rocks everywhere.
Magma. It's
It's a
magma.
cutscene. Yeah.
All
Are
right.
you guys excited for this? Is Telltale
They're-
doing too much?
I think so.
I think
And
they're
is
trying to
their
take too much
style
on at once.
getting too old?
Maybe like I that's the thing. Like wow, I need to figure out how to talk. But I'll probably I'll play Tales from the Borderlands. I've already started Game of Thrones, so I'll probably finish that too. But it's like I'm just getting weary. I don't know, cause like I really want like a Wolf Among Us season 2, and I want another
Yeah,
Walking Dead
exactly.
season. So it's just
I
like
want.
I get that they want to do a lot, but it's like you have stuff that's really good.
Yeah.
You can do more with that. Like
First off, like they gotta get on their shit about when they're going to put
Yes.
things out and
Yes.
put them out when they're supposed to be out.
Just wait longer to announce the game
Yeah.
and release the first episode.
Or how about wait longer, have the game completely done,
yeah.
and then release each episode. You know,
Once a week.
or once a week, or you know,
Yeah.
or actually do your monthly rotation like you're supposed
Like
to do.
Yeah, exactly.
Resident Evil
It
Revelations
took
2.
way too long for the second episode of Tales from the Borderlands to come out.
It took what, 2 months? I think.
yeah,
took-
something
took
like that.
almost
3
Well,
months.
it was like
two
it
episodes
came out in November.
of Game of Thrones came out.
That came out in
Three
November.
eps- 3 episodes of Game of Thrones came out before the second episode.
The second episode that came out in March, didn't it? When did the second episode of Tales from the Borderlands? When did that come out? February, March. And that was like November when the first episode came out. So that's
Yeah.
like 4 or 5 months.
Yeah,
that's like
it's ridiculous.
so
So I agree with that.
ridiculous.
I feel like
I
there's.
second that. It is ridiculous.
I just feel like they're doing
Too
too
strong
much because now
Yeah,
they did
Minecraft.
say they're developing a Walking Dead season 3, which cool.
Yeah,
They're
I expected
you know,
that.
They're doing that Minecraft game. They said they're developing a brand new IP that's completely different from what they're doing.
I hope
So it's like Jesus.
I hope with
Christ.
some of this newer stuff, like they do the thing with Marvel, and it's like 1 season, or like Minecraft, like just do 1 season of Minecraft. Honestly, I don't know what you could do more with Minecraft besides
Yeah.
1 season.
I don't know what kind of story you can tell in Minecraft.
Yeah, basically, but that's just me.
I don't know. It'll probably be fucking good because it's
Yeah.
Telltale.
It'll be
Maybe
really
it's
dark
just-
for
yeah.
like a kid for like a fucking
Yeah.
boxy kids game, you know.
Yeah. So
Alright.
I mean, I don't know. Any last thoughts on that?
Not really.
Well, really quick, one last thing. If they, what storyline or superheroes or group of superheroes do you want them to focus around? Or maybe it's not even superheroes. Maybe it's something different, like a fucking, I don't know, what is it, Agent Carter, Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. type thing.
I'd be
From
interested in seeing like probably maybe something on like Venom. That'd be really interesting because like Venom,
Yeah.
like because he's always
Or
fitted the line between being he's an anti-hero, so he's been a villain and he's been a hero, so it's like he's kind of a really good candidate for a choice-based game. Do you end up becoming a villain or do you end up becoming a hero? And it's like you
trying to
can
think of
you
what
can make it
other-
really deep with that. So I think that would work really
I'm
well.
trying to think what other characters, at least in the Marvel universe, kind of fit that role.
Depending on what thing you go to, you could go Black Widow.
Yeah, I was thinking something like Black Widow or Hawkeye.
Depending if you're going normal or ultimate storyline.
Yeah,
you could
or
go Black
like
Widow.
Hawkeye or something like that. Now with like if it was DC doing this, I was like, they could easily do Red Hood and the Outlaws if you want that sort of anti-hero vibe.
Because, I mean, you have to do something that's like choice.
Or
Like, if you pick like
Asriel.
Spider-Man, I mean, you kind of your choice is going to be skewed. You're not going to kill somebody with Spider-Man. Like that just can't happen. Whereas, like again, like I said, Venom, he's always been in the middle. He's always been a character. Deadpool. Oh my god.
Deadpool.
Oh
if
my
Telltale got their hands on a Deadpool, I might have to play it just to see what Telltale could do with a character like Deadpool.
Blow. Your options.
Oh my god, the options just alone would be
your options could be like 3 serious options, and the bottom one blow him up.
Or throw a pie in his face, or...
I love that idea now.
Rhino. I don't know. I don't really know.
Fucking.
Dingle Donuts from the whatever universe.
Dinklebot. A Telltale game completely based on Dinklebot.
Hey, maybe we'd have to find out the story of Destiny.
Yeah, that's true.
All that happens is he explains the story to you, and that's it.
No, he goes, there's more I could tell you.
I'm not gonna
Every
tell
option, no matter what you pick, he says, I could tell you about whatever the option you pick, but I can't.
You play as Paul Wagon from Between the Buried and Me, and the only option you have is to pick up a koala and hold it. I show you that picture. Alright, hold on. Continue, go ahead.
Alright.
You know, we're not really PC gamers, but let's just touch on this because it's a hot fucking topic. Oh, wow.
Yeah, I saw the picture of him holding a koala.
That should be the thumbnail.
Alright,
Valve. They own Steam.
Half-Life 3 confirmed?
No.
No.
Valve is allowing people that make mods to now charge for those mods. Now they're not free. Now you can charge whatever for them. And Valve also takes 75% of the cut for that.
Wow.
So that means mods are going to be ridiculous. Like, it probably.
So what's the point of letting people charge for mods
Like,
when
people
Valve
are-
himself is going to take most
But
of the
then,
profit?
but I mean, all you got to do is if Valve's taking 75%. Oh, I want to make $20. Or I want to make $5. All right, charge 24.
Yeah, but even still, like, does Valve even really need to do something like
Probably
this?
not. That's also because I'm on IGN right now. That's causing some issues. Like,
Yeah.
Bethesda's already like on some people for making Skyrim mods and making money off of it. Like, some people aren't happy about that.
It's weird. I mean, I'm on the one side that someone that creates a really fucking incredible mod that put a shitload of time into it should maybe they should get paid for that. But at the same time, I feel like this just opens a huge can of worms where it floods it with shit. You don't know what's good,
A
what's
can of
not
worms
good.
flooded with shit.
Yeah, you don't know what's good and what's not good. You know, it's just people are tired of DLC and microtransactions.
Yes.
And now you're adding something on top of that.
I mean, I think that's one of the reasons
It's
I've always
just-
wanted a good PC is for mods.
Yeah.
And the fact that they're free and they give, these are things that are created by the community, not necessarily the developer itself, but these, the community, these are people that have a stake in this game world making this.
But is it getting paid for it? Because the article I see right here, the title, because that's all I'm looking at right now, is "Paid Skyrim Mod Accused of Stealing Assets." Like, is it?
Yeah, exactly.
Is it steal? Like, is it
Like
because
if you build something, boom, you build it, and
But
you build in most of the stuff,
yeah.
and it's like boom,
No,
then fine.
but-
Like,
apparently that's a big problem with mods in general is that people steal assets from other people's mods. And you get into. To me, this is almost Valve saying, "Oh, if you pay them now, they can make even better mods and make more mods and stuff." But I just feel like this. It's too iffy of a situation. I feel
going off of that,
it shouldn't even fucking happen.
going off that thing about stealing assets, I mean, technically, isn't anyone who makes a mod and makes people pay for it technically stealing the assets because the developers put these tools out for free. They put out the tools and development kits for people to make these mods.
Yeah,
for free.
yeah.
So technically, you're stealing from the developer if you're making money off of this tool set they gave you.
Yeah, that's true, but I feel it might not be a big of a deal if the developer's like, yeah, you can go ahead and do it.
I mean, the developers aren't making a stupid amount of money on this stuff anyway, but if you want to go off, the whole legal, stealing asset thing, technically anyone who makes a mod is stealing assets if they charge for it. Because they didn't code any of these objects. They didn't, take the time and insert them into the world.
Yeah.
So, I mean, yes, there are things that are added to the game, but everything else about the game that you need to make it is already there.
Yeah. Any thoughts, Sam?
I'm good.
So yeah, it's just a strange situation. Let's wrap up the video game stuff. Big things in video games. Talk about Destiny and all the stuff that came out about Destiny, about the House of Wolves DLC. They showed off the Reef. There's new vendors at the Reef that you can get new gear from, new bounties from, and I forget. They showed them off and they gave some badass explanation of their lore, and then you won't give a flying fuck when you get in there because there's no reason for you to. They didn't show off like the Trials of Osiris or. They're going to. I think.
Yeah.
The idea is like some sort of Egyptian themed guy. I think that's what they're going after.
The Reef seems interesting. Also, Xur will show up at the Reef. They
didn't say he's going to have a rotating schedule between these social hubs.
Or I think they kind of has to kind of show up at both.
Well, yeah, but I think like.
No, I mean like at the same because what if nobody gets it? I mean,
but yeah, but
nobody,
my
if people who don't get it, you're just going to say, hey, sorry.
The Reef is free.
Oh, the Reef is free.
Free for everybody.
I did not know that.
So my theory with that is he's going to kind of rotate, like Friday, like the weekends, he's going to be in the tower like he is now, like or maybe like certain days he'll be in the Reef, and maybe other
he'll
days
probably
he'll be
stay
in
the
this new-
weekends, but probably maybe every other weekend.
Or
I think it would be fucking stupid for them to keep it on the weekend. To me, you use this as an opportunity that like Wednesday he shows up at the Reef.
Yeah, that way you can find him more. Especially because I'm starting to get more and more exotic bounties that I need to stop at Xur to get something from him.
If someone, to me, there is no logical reason why Xur only shows up on the weekends.
Yeah.
Like, what in the fuck is the point of him just showing up on the weekends?
I mean, I'm cool with him showing up at random spots. That's fine with me.
Yeah.
But have him show up a little bit more
but
regularly.
like, why are you like gating that away from people until a certain amount of time? Like, are they afraid? Oh, this guy, they'll get stuff too quickly. Like, it makes no fucking sense.
They did say that certain resources that are hard to get now are gonna it's gonna be easier to upgrade things.
They're totally streamlining the economy. So like, what it made it sound like is that I can take motes of light and exchange it at the speaker. So they're giving the speaker a fucking use.
Yeah.
So I could take motes of light and trade him for some fucking ascendant shards.
Which I think it's also you can trade like materials.
You can
materials.
trade everything.
Yeah.
So,
now
can you trade stuff with each other? Yeah.
No.
That's what I want. That's where I'm like, why can't I just trade materials with somebody?
Yeah. Yes, I get materials. I can understand their reluctance maybe with like exotic weapons.
Yeah.
Like I can understand that, but maybe legendary weapons. Like here,
Exactly.
Here's a fucking legendary that I'm not going to use.
Just add that and just restrict it to exotics. I don't think you should be able to trade exotic weapons
you
at all.
shouldn't be able to trade exotics.
But legendaries make sense. In materials makes even more sense.
Anything up to exotic, you should be able to trade.
Yeah.
Anything up to the exotic.
Do you get money in the game?
Glimmer, that's basically money.
Yeah.
Glimmer?
Yeah.
That's what it is.
And also these transactions are glimmerless, so they won't cost you any money.
Oh, God, there we go. That's smart.
So
Even
I
though I
think
have a
it's
fuck ton of glimmer,
super
yeah.
smart that they're streamlining this stuff. I mean,
Metric.
it makes the game
Fuck ton
less
glimmer.
grindy.
Yes. And anything that makes the game less grindy
It's
is a
awesome.
plus.
I might actually maybe play it more than once a week. Actually, I haven't played it in like 2 weeks anyway.
Yeah, I haven't really played anything like that.
I've been busy.
Yeah.
Sorry.
You've been fucking writing some papers.
Papers. Papers,
You
please.
gotta get your papers.
Gotta
Okay.
roll in papers, Keith.
Got
Gotta
papers.
roll in papers.
There was one more thing that came out about it. Now I fucking lost it.
It's something about like
Snow.
upgrading all of your you're not gonna have the upgrading of your gear
Yeah, so
like they did between House of Wolves. And,
yeah, so what they're doing is that
Dark
if I
Below.
have a legendary from the base game, pretty much, not from Dark Below, basically they're going to add another tier
There you go.
Like
That's
you were
that's
saying.
smart. That's
Yeah.
smart. There we go.
Now I can upgrade that tier, get more weapon power.
they gonna do that with
That
exotics?
stuff is
That's
going
fucking
to
smart.
that stuff is going to cost another currency called something light. The name just slipped from me.
That is.
They did not say how you get that stuff. They also did not say anything about armor, which is fucked up if you can't do armor.
That's
I
the first
assume
thing you
it'll
have to
be
be
the
able to
same
do.
thing. With
I would assume, but kind of
now because
didn't
it,
say anything.
now is this added
Maybe
thing
they
of
felt
for
it had to.
upgrading going to carry over to exotics as well?
I
Yeah,
hope so.
everything.
Okay,
Yeah, I believe.
Okay.
I would
So I was gonna say, I
assume so.
just bought the last word. I really don't want to have to sit down,
Well,
go through it.
Well, I
Or
think
is
with the upgrading them from the Dark Below stuff, I don't think you have to completely upgrade it and then spend.
Well, yeah.
You just have to wait for Zer to fucking have, which I think is also stupid. That you have
Yeah.
to wait for Zer to fucking have something to
Oh,
upgrade it to a better thing. You should be boom, just fucking do it. I know.
Yeah.
That's why it makes no sense. Is Zer's only around on the weekend.
So,
So that's that stuff basically. Any last thoughts?
No.
not really.
I mean, I think it's sounding pretty cool.
I mean,
So
it seems like Bungie, albeit
Again.
slowly, is listening to the community, and I get it takes time to put some of this stuff into place,
But it should
especially
have
for
been
something
in
so
the first
big.
place.
Yeah, but it should have been there. Keith, you're right. It should have been there in the first place. I don't know what gave Bungie the idea to not have
just
it happen in
again
the
certain
fucking
things
first
with
place.
this game. I don't know how you sat there developing this game for fucking years
And said,
having
"This is a
people
brilliant idea."
constantly play testing it and not realizing some of these things.
It's okay. Just give them more health and make more enemies. That's fine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's fine.
It's fine.
Doing get Destiny anytime soon, you expressed interest.
You know?
It'll
I
give
don't
us a
know,
reason to make other characters.
I mean, people have complained about the game enough. I just, I feel like avoiding it altogether.
It's like
It's nothing that
It's
I,
fun
I
as
really,
shit to play with a group.
Oh yeah,
It's
it's great.
incredibly fun to play.
It's just.
I mean, that would be the only reason I get to play with you guys.
it was like you
That's
was
okay. That's the only reason we have it anymore.
It would frustrate you at times.
Well, then
Yeah.
I'm not getting it.
It was like you
I've
playing
been
Unity.
frustrated enough with like.
It's a great game, but there are things about it that just frustrate the hell out of you.
Yeah, I agree.
Like mechanical stuff in the game.
No, the
Just-
mechanics are fucking solid.
Yeah,
Oh,
It's,
well, that's
it's
the opposite
just
of
like
Unity.
things like
little,
it's
just
like
little tiny aspects of the game that you think really wouldn't matter
There's-
all that much.
There's no story in the
Well,
loot
that's what I've
system.
heard, yeah.
The loot system is completely like random.
Like basically everything Angry Joe said.
Basically.
Yeah,
That's,
they've made
that's
it.
why I don't want to get it.
They've made it a lot better, but
It's still
it
bad
can be
in a lot of
stupid
ways.
sometimes.
In some ways,
in
some
some
ways.
And
It's
sometimes like the higher level things will just piss you off because instead of making the enemies like harder in new ways, they just give them more health. So it's like
I might get it
what
if,
the
if the
fuck?
price goes way down eventually someday, but
Yeah.
or if they put out something with all the stuff in it that I get,
Yeah.
like I don't know, but I don't know. I still have other stuff to play,
Yes.
sex to not have,
Yeah.
Anyways, let's
a
move
life
on.
to not have.
Movies?
You can have sex with me.
it's movies. I have something to add. Once we get
That was
back to
announced fucking right here. Sam can have sex with me.
I'm good.
Let's talk about some fucking Star Wars. We talked about Star Wars before.
All right.
There's a video on our
Let's
fucking
do it.
channel. Let's talk about Star Wars Rogue One, which is the spin-off movie coming out next year.
Yeah.
Story details that came
I
out
do.
about
Yeah, I
it.
do know a little bit.
Apparently, it's putting the war in Star Wars.
Basically.
Yeah.
A band of
Is it
resistance.
star in Star Wars?
No, there's no stars there.
It'll take place before episode
Episode
4. And
Ooh.
also, it will be a band of resistance fighters unite for a daring mission to steal the Death Star plans. For the
Oh,
Star
This is
Wars
basically
stuff.
the mission to steal the Death Star plans.
You know they
Oh.
ultimately fail because they build a Death Star, don't they?
No.
No.
They actually
it's,
stole-
It's setting up what happens in the very beginning of the fourth movie.
Don't they end up building a Death Star?
They
Yes.
do, but
What?
yeah,
So they prevent nothing. They're
they're trying to find a weakness to it.
Oh,
That's why they're stealing the plan.
If you shut your damn mouth for a second, I'll explain it to you.
I just did. So
What they're doing is they're stealing the blueprints to see if the Death Star has any weaknesses.
Oh, alright.
Which is why they say in the beginning of the movie why Darth Vader's
Well,
looking
that's
for
what
the
Keith
plans
just
of the
said.
Death
that's
Star.
what I just said.
But you were speaking the whole time and not
You
listening.
heard me.
Yeah.
Alright.
The only confirmed casting so far is Felicity Jones, who will be playing a rebel soldier
Oh.
who is involved
Who's
in the
that?
mission.
She was
I don't know.
Kitty
fucking
Pryde.
Felicia Hardy in the Amazing Spider-Man 2.
I
That chick.
I thought she was Kitty Pryde.
Nope.
No?
Keep
The
her on
panel,
page.
the panel also showed a brief teaser for the movie, which has not begun shooting, showing a lone TIE fighter flying through a forested valley, panning up to the reveal the Death Star seen through the clouds in the distance.
Boosh.
They also basically renamed the spin-off films to be called the Star Wars Anthology as well.
Yep.
So these are Star Wars Anthology films. Basically, I guess that just help flesh
Differentiate
out the Star Wars
and
universe.
differentiate.
Now,
Okay,
I'm curious about how they're going to work this with some of the characters, because there are characters that are in the expanded universe that were involved with this mission that are named in the books, but not necessarily so
It doesn't matter.
in any of the movies.
Doesn't
But and I think it would be
Jar
great.
Jar
Maybe
Binks?
sort of get some sort of crossover between the two.
Does this confirm Jar Jar Binks?
It does. Jar Jar Binks was there.
Really?
Maybe he does. I don't
Like,
know. I was just,
Wait, is he act? Is he
No.
like act?
No.
I was just talking
I
about
was just. But if he is, that would be.
Like-
I don't know. I might.
My question,
Jar Jar.
mostly to you two, since you guys have just watched more
What
Star
about
Wars.
me?
Well,
I know everything about Star Wars.
well, that's the thing. You and me know
Yeah.
the least
Yeah.
amount. I was just wondering, like, is this a cool direction for how you wanted the Star Wars
It's interesting.
spin-off films to go
it's-
in terms of just doing cool
If,
stuff?
if they're going to do a spin-off, at least they're kind of sticking somewhat to the lore that's already sort of been established for the universe.
Yeah, I mean, I always imagined that this movie was just going to somehow... I immediately, when I found out that Rogue One was coming out, I was like, oh, it's going to connect 7 and 8. That's what's going to happen. That was immediately my initial thought. But I actually think it's cool it's going... Because in between 3 and 4 is like... I mean, it's even in the expanded universe.
It's a very dark, very interesting.
It's very
period.
not. It's not treaded that much.
No,
It's
and that's why I'm okay with this. I thought it was going to be sort of the beginnings of the Rogue Squadron stuff, because Star Wars Rogue Squadron was its own book series involving like Wedge Antilles and all of them. So some of the other lesser known, less important heroes.
Mm-hmm.
Are these movies or games?
This will be
Movies.
movies.
This is right now.
Like actually movies coming out in theaters?
Yeah, this comes out December 2016.
But
So.
basically, is it going to be a movie that like bridges the gaps between the first one, the second one, the third one? Like that
It's
fills
just
a lot of
doing
space?
the third and the fourth.
Episode 3 and 4.
Yeah, and I think the whole idea with these Star Wars anthology movies is to just flesh out things more. Like, basically things that I guess have been written or assumed now they're going to be real
Yeah.
and shown off, so. Are you stoked? Are you going to see it?
I might see the one that's coming up, the
Yeah.
the Force
I mean, I'm
Awakens or
stoked.
whatever.
I'm gonna
If
be,
Finn Reg is going to be in there.
I'm gonna be fucking marathoning some Star Wars here soon, so I'm excited.
Oh,
Sounds
that's
cool. Anyways, let's
Doesn't
talk
that
about
one
some
guy have
Hollywood.
sex with his sister?
He makes out with his sister.
Alright.
He doesn't have sex. No incest.
This isn't Game of Thrones.
Yeah.
Game
Speaking
of
of Game of
Stars.
Thrones,
Game of Stars.
I've been watching the 5th season, but I'm going back and figuring out just what things happen. I'm not terribly confused in the 5th season either. Episode 1 of the 1st season has like 5 different sex scenes.
Yeah.
In the first scene of Peter Dinklage in the whole series, he starts off by him getting a fucking blowjob.
That's the best way to
And then he
introduce his
climbs in
character.
bed with his fucking midget body, and some fucking hoe climbs on top of him, then 5 more hoes come in later, and then there's
Dude,
some
there's
fucking
so much
incest.
sex in this show.
And I'm like, Jesus.
Every
Or even better.
Yeah, and
every
somebody-
10 minutes, there's somebody is dying.
And like this
Or
barbarian
gay
guy is railing this fucking hot chick doggy, and he doesn't speak, and she's like crying. I'm like, fuck, this is awesome.
Does he get sucked off like while he's standing up?
Yes.
So if she can't get down on her
He's
knees,
standing
is there
on the
something
bed.
lower than kneeling?
He is standing on the bed.
She's,
Yeah.
she's gonna do like this.
okay.
Yeah,
like
you
with
just
her
hear
palms.
some slurping, and he's just like,
Yeah. Because the first shot you see him is just his face, and he's like drinking some wine, and
it's an incredible
It's
show.
just lying down like this on the floor.
just read the
So-
books.
I'm patting myself
Just
on the
read the
back.
books. It gets even better.
Yeah, that's an incredible fucking thing. Anyways, let's talk about some Fantastic Four quickly.
Alright.
Alright, I got one thing.
What do you guys think of this trailer?
And
Fantastic.
it doesn't really say much.
It doesn't. I I honestly don't like the way they look. That thing looks.
No,
It's
I
too
don't like the way the
fake.
thing
It's
looks.
too fake.
Fake. It looks fake.
I don't know.
It's
We
weird.
didn't see anything about Mr. Fantastic either.
Yeah, I mean, you see him a little bit in certain spots. Him stretching a little bit.
Yeah, but nothing like.
Not a lot.
You don't see him as much as like Sue or the Thing or.
The cast is really weird for this movie.
Yeah.
Like the only person I kind of approve of is Sue Storm. Everybody else is just like.
As Kate Mara.
Yeah,
as
I was
Sue
just
Storm.
like who they got playing Reed Richards? I was like, well, why are you playing him?
Yeah.
What made somebody think that was a good idea? It's just
Or the Human Torch.
I feel like this movie just exists just for it to exist.
it does because otherwise Marvel will get it back. And
Like I
Marvel
feel like there's been like minimal effort put into this shit.
Yeah.
It
And
just
then Marvel could do something cool with it, but we don't want that to happen.
No,
I have very,
Because money.
Potentially cool
because
with
money.
yeah.
I have very, very low expectations for
I'll
this
probably
movie.
go see it.
Yeah, I'll probably see it. I can't guarantee I'll stay awake through the whole thing.
Yeah. Because it's just another reboot. That's really all I'm seeing this as. It's just another reboot of something that doesn't need to be rebooted.
It's gonna be kind of funny if it's like they do the first one was an origin story, then the second one with the Silver Surfer guy, and they're gonna do another origin story. If they don't do anything with it, and then they'll eventually probably make it again, reboot it again, do like a third.
It'll be
origin
like
story.
Spider-Man.
All they're
Fantastic
gonna
Four.
do is just origin stories.
I
from
know.
now on.
Yeah.
It's just like, in ways, I'm so tired of origin stories in Superman movies or in superhero films because it's like, I
Which
don't
is-
give a fuck, man. I could give two shits less how you came about.
Which is why I'm
Just
excited about
blow
Deadpool.
shit up and save people or do whatever. I don't care.
It's why I'm
You
excited
know?
about Deadpool, because the Deadpool, it's not an origin story. We know how Deadpool happened.
Actually, there's rumors that it is.
But, but like, from what we've seen, it doesn't look like the typical origin.
I mean, it's
If you're gonna do an
Yeah.
origin story, make it like 5 minutes long in the very beginning of the movie. And just, I don't give a shit that this fucking
Or at
idiot
least-
is this
or at
dude
least
is
up
in
the
school.
emotion, or at least up the emotion. Like make it like make it like the first 20 minutes of, or the first 10, 20
Yeah.
minutes.
Like,
of
I
Last
don't
of Us.
care that Woody's in fucking school and he's fucking this dude and that's his family. Like, I don't give a shit. I'm
When
here
he's
to watch
in
this
school
superhero
fucking
film.
a dude, it's his family.
I'm I'm mostly talking about Spider-Man. Like, I don't give a shit that he's in school and Gwen Stacy's going to college or whatever.
Yeah. Tell us how you really feel.
I don't like this movie and I haven't even fucking seen it. Maybe it'll be the most mind-blowing thing. I highly doubt it, but
Yeah.
Maybe.
it's just...
Anyway.
And like, Doctor Doom seems like a really cool villain that's like completely wasted.
Oh, he is. He is.
Yeah.
So,
He always has been.
Oh, Doctor Doom is one of like the best Marvel villains out there.
Yeah.
Just that they've never been able to do him right. Whoever they got to play him in the last couple movies too, but they no.
Yeah.
this movie comes out August 7th, I believe.
Something like that.
Yeah.
There you go.
All right, it's my thing. Have you guys seen any of the stuff about Jared Leto as the Joker? for
Oh
Suicide
God,
Squad?
yes. No, I don't like the look they're going for with the Joker here. Yeah, I don't like it. I don't.
Why is he only have one glove?
I don't know, because Michael Jackson. That's so.
I don't like it.
Is that
No.
actually him?
That's actually what he's gonna look like.
Is he
in
gonna
the-
be the Joker?
Yeah,
He's
Jared
gonna be the
Leto's
Joker.
gonna be the Joker. in
Is,
the
are we
Suicide
talking
Squad.
about? Are we talking about the Superman versus Batman?
No.
I
Suicide
mean,
Squad.
there's thoughts that maybe he'll show up. It's well, no, because the film's done.
Yeah.
It's done fucking filming. But you know, they're doing a movie, Suicide Squad, which is about like a bunch of supervillains get together and they're gonna.
Commit suicide or
Probably.
what?
Just cause a whole bunch of havoc and all
So-
that stuff.
I mean, it's a different take. I mean, I'm not gonna.
Is
jump
it like
to
the Legion
conclusions.
of Doom?
Kind of.
Yeah.
I'm not going to jump into a conclusion until I see him in the film.
Like, because I get the
Yeah,
idea.
until
that's
you
true,
see
'cause
him in
I
the
kind of jumped to that conclusion about Heath Ledger. a
And
little
look
bit.
at, and then look
He
how
was
that
good
turned
in
out.
Dallas Buyers Club.
Yeah, like it's. I can see it working out because I heard what they're doing with him. They're turning him into more like one of the scenes that apparently is in Suicide Squad, or that he's like, you know, he's crazy, but he's in prison and he's like fucking like doing push-ups and like
But
working out in his cell and doing.
I don't know. I just don't like that visualization of the Joker with all the tattoos and I don't know.
Make it work
I don't
out.
know. The jury's out on it for me yet.
Yeah. I just want to see it like I see it in the trailer and it doesn't look good.
It says like up on here. It says ha 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 over and over again tattooed.
Well, I mean, because then they have like a reference picture, because this picture's a reference to I think it's from The Killing Joke, isn't it? Yeah, the one from The Killing Joke, which is that one.
Yes.
That's what it's kind of a reference to. So, except he's got it tattooed on his arm.
That wouldn't be worth it to get ha 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 ha.
Well, he's fucking crazy. He's
Oh,
a Joker.
I mean,
It's
going off the
Joker
Joker,
done anything.
I mean, the only...
Well, he's crazy. He's not stupid.
2, I can probably put up with that if his like
mannerisms.
voice,
If his mannerisms,
yeah,
if he
exactly.
exhibits the mannerisms of the Joker as...
Like, he doesn't
yeah.
need to do it like Heath Ledger or anybody else.
Just-
Just do it his way. And if he does it his way,
Yeah.
and it's incredible, then I don't care.
I mean, there's slight difference between Heath Ledger's Joker, Mark
Jack
Hamill's
Nicholson.
Joker, Jack Nicholson's Joker, but there's some crossover in the mentality of the Joker and like just some of the mannerisms and the way he moves and acts. But I don't know. I think I'm the only person here who's watched Gotham, but they explore a little bit of an origin story for the Joker in the show. And I can't remember the guy's name who they got to play the Joker, but I was like, oh, this. I wasn't sure about it at first, and then you just kind of see the switch happen, and he gets the grin. Like he doesn't have any of the makeup and stuff on, but you see, he just gets you just see it there, and it's like, oh, okay,
Gotcha.
yeah, this guy's got potential to be a good Joker. So
Yeah.
Cool.
yeah,
Yeah.
music.
Alright, there's 3 game things. Not a whole lot happened besides what we already talked about. Overlord Fellowship of Evil is coming out.
Excuse me.
Yay, new Overlord.
PlayStation 4, Xbox One, PC.
Cool.
4-player co-op. I'm
Yeah.
so fucking excited.
Dude, the Overlord was so fun.
Oh my god.
They were such fun games.
Good. It was such a cool new IP from last generation. I'm very excited for it. It's only going to be $20, so I think it's a smaller game. I'm fine with that. So that's fucking banging. Halo 3 ODST and the Relic map are coming next month to the Master Chief Collection. It will be a free update. They haven't said if you can... The Relic everybody's getting, but I mean, if you can pay for ODST, that'd be cool. I'll pay for it.
Yeah, I'll fucking pay for it.
So...
Why not?
Also, Activision has no plans to release a new Guitar Hero game in 2016, which is a good thing.
Yeah.
That's good news.
Good shit.
Well, are they putting out the Guitar Hero, right?
Yeah, they're putting out Guitar Hero this fall, but there's no plans to make it like yearly
Okay.
thing like before.
Well, that's actually good.
Yeah. Anyways, moving on to music.
I don't see why they would need to. Just put out like viable
Exactly.
songs, and
Exactly.
like you won't need to put out
Like-
another game.
Like making a platform.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like Rock Band.
So. Mm-hmm.
Like
So I mean,
Destiny.
that's good. Yeah. It's good that they're both Harmonix and Activision have the same vision of making them platforms and not running the genre into the ground.
Yeah.
So, anyways, let's move on to music. Not a whole lot has happened either. Veil of Maya, Revocation, Oceano, Entheos, and Giver are touring. That is at the Chameleon Club.
Ooh, that's a good... I mean, for revocation.
Revocation, I'll go hard for Oceano.
Is
I
Val
mean-
Maya headlining?
Yeah.
Oh,
So-
wow. Alright.
Alright.
So
I mean,
you
I-
guys just missed Launchfest.
Also, it's the Chameleon Club, so that's not far, and that won't be too expensive, so fuck it,
Yeah.
why not?
Revocation's fucking awesome.
I know, that's
So,
what I mean.
Yeah. For today, Gideon
Oh,
and
yeah.
South Planet
Fuck,
tour.
gut check!
Loving Christ.
Yes. Thy Art is Murder. I want to talk about their album cover quick. Did you see the uncensored one?
Yeah.
So they released. They're putting out a new album, Holy War, in June. They released artwork for it, and recently they revealed the uncensored artwork that Nuclear Blast forced them to censor. Basically, what it was is some like little girl, bomb strapped all across her chest in some like hoodie like thing, and she's just kind of like this. And they said no. What do you feel? Do you feel that they should have censored it?
Actually, they didn't say no. They went around to retailers like, I guess, FYE, Best
Oh,
Buy and stuff.
okay, okay.
Basically, they said there's no way we're putting it out. in the store.
I
You're
read
gonna have
something
to-
that they were forced to by the label.
Well, probably the
That's
label
probably-
went around to these retailers about that, and then the label came
Realized
back
they
to them
couldn't
and said,
realized they couldn't put it out.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah.
I feel like they should have stuck to that cover and just put like something over
Like
top of it.
sleeve.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or as it's like in the CD, just put like a thing over top of it or something.
Yeah, it's like what Slayer did with like God Hates Us All. Like, you know, that cover is kind of like
Like if
could
you,
really offend somebody.
Oh, yeah.
But they put like a sleeve over.
like
top.
if you really want to do it, I mean, it seems kind of hard ass. Like, oh, controversy and stuff.
Yeah.
Personally, I don't see anything wrong with it. Because
I see that a lot of people could see something wrong with
Right,
it, and that's
yeah.
where it's
and
like...
it is very relevant to
Current issues
in the world today, and I can see where people would be a little sensitive to that sort
Yeah.
of thing.
Now we haven't heard a song from the album or the whole album, so they could have been with that album cover trying to send a message. Maybe some of their songs speak out against that type of stuff. Who knows? But
But also-
I agree with Sam's idea.
But let's also look at the band name.
Yeah. But I mean, I don't think that has nothing to do with it.
Yeah.
There are Halloween habitations put in stores.
Do you think this band is gonna have happy images on their cover? I mean, let's be serious here.
To me, there's worse album art.
Oh, yeah.
That isn't censored. Like, look at every Cannibal Corpse album.
Oh, God.
It's like that shit isn't even censored at all. So it's like
But it's more of like
it's more, I guess you could say, cartoony.
Yeah.
it's more cartoony, and again, it's the latent meanings that could
Yeah.
possibly have, latent feelings where it's like, oh, that's just a cartoon, like cartoonish drawing of like somebody getting fucking mangled. That's whatever. But it's
It still sucks that that's the way it is, but I mean, I see why.
But that's the way. We all kind of see why this is.
yeah.
Personally, I wouldn't really care. Like if I walked into, I'm not gonna buy it anyway. But if I walked in and I see, something like that, it's like, that's how the world is. I mean,
It's true.
Do you
you're
think?
gonna end up seeing that someday, or maybe not, but it's out there.
Yeah.
Do you think? And not just going off of this. I mean, I'm sure there's. I just can't think of any examples off the top of my head. But this isn't the first time something like this has happened. In recent memory, do you think the world's kind of gotten a little?
Too sensitive.
Yeah, a little oversensitive to this sort of thing, because just going off like a movie example, you couldn't make a movie like Blazing Saddles or History of the World, like any Mel Brooks movie, really. You couldn't make nowadays and get it approved through the FCC. Think about some of the jokes and stuff in like Blazing Saddles and Young Frankenstein. There's no way that would get through today.
Yeah, but I mean,
Or
it's,
you'd be
it's
very
the same.
hard pressed to do
It's
it
the
today.
same thing where like
Or Monty Python. You wouldn't see anything like Monty Python on the
I
TV.
think it has to do with the times and
Yeah.
stuff like that. Honestly, I mean, people will grow out of it and it won't be a big fucking deal. But then something else will take its place. Once the new big hot topic issue comes up, it's like.
What's the last thing?
I just want to mention that Abbott from Immortal signed with Season of the Mist, so he has a new album coming out next year. I'm stoked for it because he's a cool fucking dude. Makes me sad that Immortal's no longer around because I want to see them, but won't happen. Anyways, guys have anything else?
No.
Let's talk about the shit that came out this week.
Is it actually shit or is it any good shit?
Oh, I just fucked it up.
Music or games?
Well,
Yes.
I just fucked up the games thing.
Yes.
So let's talk about music. Whenever this loads.
Let's talk about it.
Let's do it.
Okay.
Get on. Do you remember Aviotic?
Yeah,
They
I
put-
remember the bass player was good. That's about it.
Yeah. They put out a new album. I have no clue how to fucking pronounce it. But it's out, and it's actually pretty fucking cool. I listened to about half of it, and I was like, it's pretty fucking solid. Acid King put out Middle of Nowhere, Center of Everywhere. There you go.
That doesn't make any
If you-
sense.
You're the center of everyone.
they're like one of the stoner metal bands. So,
Stoner metal.
yeah.
thousand yard stare.
Fucking cello metal band Apocalyptica put out Shadowmaker.
Oh,
First of
Apocalyptica's
all-
still around?
Yeah, but cello metal, seriously, do we need a genre for that?
I mean, wait, they're just like neoclassical metal. That's all.
Yeah, pretty much.
I don't
Exactly.
see like a need for a genre if we're like the only band.
Yeah,
that's what you can think of. It's
Yeah.
like cello.
Yeah, like I said, like symphonic metal. That's what it is.
Cello metal.
Yeah. Native Construct put out Quiet World, which I want to check that out. They're a progressive band. Shining put out Nine, Everyone, Everywhere,
Shining metal.
Everything.
He's
Yeah, Shining metal. They are black metal. Tribulation with the Children of the Night.
Child metal.
Alsana put out a new album called Confessions.
Not really metal, but
The Atomic Bix.
Henrik
Restart
Bick.
that.
Atomic Bick.
The Atomic Bitch Wax put out a new record on TP Records called Gravitron, and they are
That's too
labeled
perfect.
as Desert Rock.
Can we have that as one of the
Desert
terrible
Rock?
band names for the week, please?
Desert Rock?
Desert
Like, what the
Rock.
fuck is Desert Rock?
TP Records, though. I feel like we're missing TP Records.
I know,
I
right?
caught
Just
that.
everything about that announcement is
Wow.
fucking true.
Desert Rock.
Yep.
That's funny. Like
This
I'm
thing
just
about needing water.
Strolling through a couple
an actual
things.
rock in the
Yeah.
desert.
I saw like a couple of other things. I'm just scrolling through. Continuing with the Hypothesis.
Hypothesis, man.
Yeah, they're a pretty cool band. Danko Jones, Fire Music. I
Fire.
can't believe you don't know who Danko Jones is, dude. D's Nuts with Word is Bond. They are labeled as
Bond Metal. Alex Bond Metal.
they are labeled as Testicore. Whatever the fuck that means. And I get this
Nutcore.
stuff, I'm just letting you guys know, I get
Nutcore.
this from Metal Injection with their weekly injection where they post everything that came out this week.
Nutcore. Testes core. Nut.
I just don't understand.
They think that's nuts.
Yeah, False Pregnancy put out Dance.
Another stupid band name for the week.
It's funny.
Oh, it's gonna get better.
Their new album is called Dance Your Meat Off, and they are labeled as classy grindcore. I don't know how you are classy grindcore.
First off, it's grindcore. Grindcore's not classy in the slightest.
Yeah. Forgotten 2 put out Hurt Yourself and the Ones You Love.
Should
So
be
that's
called
cool.
to kill yourself. You know.
This is a great fucking band name. Gruesome with Savage Land.
Nice.
Hardcore Superstar put out a new album. Horse Hunter with Caged in Flesh.
That's not too bad of a name for like a metal band, gruesome.
Yeah. There's a couple other that I noticed earlier.
Dicks. Dick metal.
Dick metal. That's probably a thing. That
Probably.
wouldn't surprise
That's
me.
it.
I mean, if
Cumcore
I
is
was
this.
just Cumcore is
Yeah.
the thing.
Shattered Sun with Hope Within Hatred. That's a pretty cool album. I was jamming that shit earlier.
I heard it. It's not.
While She Sleeps put out Brainwashed.
Well, what about While She's Awake?
Or while he's Why being sexist? Why can't he be asleep?
And this is a great band name, Zombie. Put out the Zombie Anthology. Zombie spelled Z-O-M-B-I.
Ooh. Oh.
Probably because there's
There you
already
go.
a band named Zombie. Like that's not
Well, there's White Zombie, Rob Zombie.
that's not an original name.
Yeah. So there you go. Those are all
Save
the new
zombies.
music. So a couple cool albums came out this week. I might try to review a couple of them because I haven't been in a while. Games. There's not really that came out. Assassin's Creed China
Chronicles.
launched.
Yeah.
Chronicles came out. That's about it, honestly.
Yeah, that's pretty much it.
Yeah.
Oh,
The new Mario Kart 8 is DLC.
Yeah.
Is out too.
Who did Drive Club?
Evolution.
Evolution, yeah. Evolution is pretty much shut down.
Oh yeah. they
Drive
did
Club
all that
stuff.
shit.
But apparently the PlayStation Plus free version is still confirmed to be coming.
Oh.
Eventually.
It's like the Half-Life 3 of
Yeah.
PlayStation Plus games.
It really is. Like, we've been waiting for almost a year now for this fucking
I don't even give a fuck.
free thing.
Yeah, fix your nuts.
I was gonna put my nuts on
Captain.
the table, but.
Yeah.
Alright, Captain Nuts.
Alright.
Anything else?
Every time you say I don't give a fuck, we should edit into like the video like a couple like 10 seconds afterwards, just like this breakdown, and the video gets all fuzzy and moves around like I don't give a fuck. Then it's like a
I
breakdown.
don't give a
Or something.
No, just insert that.
Until
Just
the-
part of that
until the
song.
breakdown.
I don't give a fuck. I
Yeah,
don't give a fuck. I
You
don't
guys
give
see
a
that thing? A video surfaced of how he was assaulted.
I haven't watched the video
Yeah.
yet.
Some guy like grabbed his leg. I guess
Yeah,
maybe the guy was like
yeah.
falling over something. The guy grabbed his leg and he kind of like stumbled over a little bit and he was like, and he
Hit
like
the
throwing
wrong dude in
stuff.
the head.
And of course, it was a security guy holding him back. So he was like,
Who was
while the-
freaking out? Franz?
yeah, while the security guy was holding him back, like if the security guy wasn't there, you weren't gonna do anything anyway. Or maybe you would have. I don't know. Maybe you got sued, but. I don't know. I haven't heard anything, but hopefully that guy gets the fuck sued out of it. I'm
I
not
don't give a fuck.
like I'm not an advocate for suing, but I mean,
Franz gets sued?
yeah, I hope he gets sued.
Yeah, I hope so too.
That band just needs to go away.
Yes.
Like they're fun to
Go
listen to
back
just because
to the
they're
great
funny. No,
Yeah.
not like funny in the sense it's like ha ha, but just because they're like they were jokes. I treat them as such.
So I'll have to watch the video. So thanks for watching the weekly breakdown, number 29. See you next
See you
week
for number 30.
with number 30.